Oh my fucking god, bro. If you are a fan of Cyberpunk and or Edgerunners, this urgent public service announcement is for you. Rejoice, for blessed are the times we live in. Meet Weak Kingsley. Are you stunned? Because I certainly am. This guy looks fucking sick. You know, this freakishly tall, data center, server rack looking ass, or a thief of a cyber chat is an absolute geeker. He looks like the kind of drug dealer to exclusively appear in your fever dreams. Just peep the trench coat, paired masterfully with the physiology of a West Virginia skinwalker's arm. Not to mention that this man is the throat goat of the setting. Look at that fucking metallic stump of a neck. Doesn't he almost just send chills down your spine? His entire silhouette is so off-putting that it triggers my primal uncanny valley instinct perfectly. He can also now be identified in the official Netflix teaser of Cyberpunk Edgerunners 2, as seen here. We don't currently know anything about his character aside from the design choices made regarding Mr. Peak Kingsley, and that his ankles are concerningly brittle. But I already respect and adore his design because it feels so true and loyal, yet unique to and within the aesthetic of the setting, in my humble opinion. I don't want to talk in circles about just what he looks like though. I have a few theories on who Weak Kingsley is and what role his presence will play in the story. And of course, feel free to participate in this open debate on him or Edgerunners 2 in general in the comments section. I am always very vigilant to respond to as many comments as possible. It seems that a majority of the community talking about his potential personality and role seems to agree that he has the vibes of a mentor to these other Edgerunners, and to get this out of the way, there's absolutely no way his first name wasn't meant to be ironic, because Weak Kingsley is built like a chrome shithouse. There isn't anything weak about this soul brother other than his defense on the basketball court. My first theory is that he is a retired mercenary living in Night City as the streetwise and battle-hardened leader of this new gang, or holding a position as an influential advisor, or like the role of an underboss. I could see him and our presumed to be protagonist, who seems to be a journalist of some aspect, has some sort of contract where the main protagonist has the right to record the gang's experiences and exploits throughout Night City, with the protection of the gang in exchange for corporate eddies or some other form of payment like cyberware. Or possibly they could share a more platonic family dynamic with Weak Kingsley acting as a father figure to our protagonist. And of course, there's the possibility that the protagonist either hires Kingsley as a bodyguard and crew member, or they're working under Kingsley. Kingsley's description, provided by CD Projekt Red, reads, "Heavy as a crown, heavier as the chrome," implying that Weak Kingsley is the leader of this new crew of Edgerunners. He has a menacing and cold, calculating vibe. Maybe he becomes a cyber psycho as the story progresses towards a climax like Maine, or he could become war-weary over time after the inevitable death of his comrades, and seek a controversial, maybe even delusional exit for his gang out of the never-ending meat grinder of Night City. You could call this next concept my Theory 1.5, but Weak Kingsley's aesthetic and description screams regal king of the streets to me, but that of course could be reaching. But his posture in the teaser image depicts him standing very tall and proud over his crew, yet appearing indifferent to his surroundings. He could be detached and desensitized to the world, or maybe experiencing ongoing cyberpsychosis while managing the role of leader. Regardless, everything about it screams absolute power. Now, I consider this kind of reaching, but behind him is a large, spatially dominant, and highly contrasting flash of light specifically focused on Kingsley. Perhaps this is kind of indicative of him being held on a metaphorical pedestal within the crew as an exceptional leader. Maybe he is the facade of a cult of personalities surrounding himself. It would be a cool idea. Maybe he could end up becoming similar to Dutch Vanderland. Regardless, I'm not going to hold my breath about this. Here's another really interesting theory though. given how the camcorder our main protagonist wields has been front and center, maybe this is a gang of braindance editors who makes filthy eddies selling gruesome illegal BDs to like maybe Arasaka executives. That would be cooler than hell, to be honest, and I would love that kind of narrative. And for my last theory, although this is more of a shitpost, but what if he was just a crazy borged out war machine, posing as more of a human than he really is? I only mention this because of a Twitter post I saw in response to the teaser of Weak Kingsley, but could you imagine how sick that would be? If that really actually is the canonical theory, I will personally admit myself into a state hospital for the criminally insane, no matter what it takes. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am for Edgerunners 2. This was just a fun idea to do, so don't take the video too seriously, but thank you so much for watching. We have so many things in the works right now, so I know I'll see you around sooner rather than later in exceptional health.
You gotta wake up, please!
Lyle, turn on the TV! They hit the Pentagon! They hit the fucking Pentagon!